Have you ever noticed how your mind loves to tell stories that haven't even happened yet? You're lying in bed, your body still, but your mind, oh, it's racing, replaying what could go wrong, predicting every possible disaster. And suddenly, even though nothing has happened, your heart starts pounding like it's all real. But here's the truth no one ever told you. Asterisk, asterisk, worry is a liar. Asterisk, asterisk. It doesn't protect you, it paralyzes you. It builds a cage out of fear, locking you inside a world that doesn't even exist. In Buddhist philosophy, we don't fight worry. We see through it. Asterisk. We learn to look directly at it, to understand that most of what we fear will never actually happen. Because peace isn't found in a perfect life. It's found in a times-trained mind, a mind that can stand calm even in the middle of a storm. Think about this. How much of your life have you spent worrying about things that never came true? How many nights have you lost to thoughts that never became reality? If you're honest, maybe most of them. That's because the mind is an expert storyteller. It creates fear to feel in control. But once you see that, you start to take your power back. So what if, instead of fighting your worries, you learn to understand them? What if, instead of trying to stop the storm, you learned how to walk peacefully through the rain? That's what Buddhist wisdom teaches us, to stop being prisoners of our thoughts and start being witnesses of them. To recognize that worry isn't a sign of weakness, it's a doorway to awareness. Because when you see worry for what it truly is, just a cloud passing through the vast sky of your mind, you begin to realize something profound. Peace was never lost. It's always been there, quietly waiting for you to notice. So today, let's explore how to stop worrying and start times, truly living times, with clarity, with courage, and with inner peace. 1. Name the beast. There's a saying in Buddhist wisdom, asterisk, the monster under your bed loses its power once you shine a light on it, asterisk. That's what anxiety is, a creature that grows stronger in the dark when we refuse to look at it. Most of us spend our lives running from it. We distract ourselves, scroll endlessly, overwork, or pretend we're fine anything but to sit still and ask, asterisk, what exactly am I afraid of? Asterisk. But here's the truth. The moment you name your fear, you begin to take its power back. Maybe your fear is failure, the thought of falling short, of disappointing others, of proving your inner critic right. Or maybe it's rejection, the quiet dread of being unseen, unloved, unchosen. Sometimes it's loss, the fear that what we love might slip away at any moment. Whatever your beast is, it thrives in silence. But the moment you say asterisk, I'm afraid of failing, asterisk, or asterisk, I'm scared they won't accept me, asterisk, something shifts. You've moved from being times inside times your fear to times observing times it. That's where freedom begins. In Buddhist practice, awareness is everything. When you name your anxiety, you're no longer its victim, you become its witness. You start to see that fear isn't an enemy, but a signal. It's trying to show you where your attachment lies, where your heart still clings to control or validation. So today, take a quiet moment. Close your eyes and ask yourself, asterisk, what am I really afraid of right now? Asterisk. Don't judge the answer. Don't fight it. Just name it gently, like calling a scared child by name. When you can name your beast, you tame it. It's not gone, but it's smaller. It loses its shadowy power. And suddenly, you realize the monster under your bed was never as big as you thought it was, just waiting for you to turn on the light. That's the first step toward peace, not escaping fear, but understanding it, naming it. Because once you do, it no longer controls the story times you do. Asterisk. 2. Don't believe every thought you think. Have you ever noticed how loud your mind can get when you're anxious? It spins stories asterisk, you're not good enough. Asterisk, asterisk. Something bad is about to happen. Asterisk, asterisk. Everyone's judging you. Asterisk, until you start believing they're true. But here's the thing. Not every thought in your head deserves your trust. Buddhist wisdom reminds us, asterisk, you are not your thoughts. Asterisk, let that sink in for a second. You are the one asterisk, asterisk, who observes asterisk, asterisk, the thoughts, not the thoughts themselves. They come and go like clouds drifting across the sky. But the sky, that's you, calm, vast, untouched. Most anxiety begins when we mistake those passing clouds for the whole sky. We attach to one thought, asterisk, what if I fail? Asterisk. And suddenly it grows into a storm. The heart races, the chest tightens, the mind spirals. But if we pause, take a breath, and simply asterisk, asterisk, watch asterisk, asterisk, the thought, instead of chasing it, we realize it's just a thought. Not a prophecy, not the truth, just a visitor passing through. Imagine you're sitting by a river. Each thought is a leaf floating on the water. Some are bright, some are dark, but your job isn't to grab them, it's to watch them drift by. When you stop fighting the current, peace returns naturally. Anxiety often tricks us because our minds are wired to protect us. They create scenarios, worst-case images, to prepare us for danger. But in the modern world, that protective instinct becomes overactive. The mind starts shouting warnings even when there's no real threat. It's like a smoke alarm going off for burnt toast. So the next time your mind says, asterisk, you're not enough, asterisk, or asterisk, you'll never make it, asterisk, try this. Smile softly and say, asterisk, thank you for your concern, asterisk, then let the thought go. Don't wrestle with it, just notice it, like watching a wave rise and fall. The moment you stop believing every thought, you reclaim your peace. You no longer drown in the stories your mind tells you, become the storyteller. Remember this, your thoughts are not the enemy. They're just the echoes of past fears, memories, and conditioning. But you are awareness itself, the clear space behind it all. And when you live from that awareness, life feels lighter. The storms still come, but they no longer sweep you away. Because you finally see the truth. The sky was never broken. It was only hidden by passing clouds. That's the freedom Buddhist practice points to. Not silencing your thoughts, but no longer being ruled by them. 3. Do what you can, then let go. You know what's funny about worry? Most of the time, it's about things we can't even control. We replay the same what-if scenarios over and over. What if I lose my job? What if they don't like me? What if this plan fails, as if overthinking could magically change the outcome? But it never does. It only drains us. There's a deep wisdom in Buddhist philosophy that says, asterisk, do what you can, then let go, asterisk. It sounds simple, almost too simple, but that's exactly why it's so powerful. See, life becomes lighter when we learn to separate what we can control from what we can't. You can't control other people's opinions, the weather, or the outcome of every situation. But you can control your actions, your effort, your attitude. That's where your real power lives. Imagine this. You're rowing a small boat across a river. You can steer, you can paddle, you can give it your best, but you can't control the current. If you try to fight the flow, you exhaust yourself. But when you focus on rowing steadily and trust the river to carry you, the journey becomes smoother. That's what letting go means. Not giving up, but asterisk, asterisk, giving space, asterisk, asterisk. It's doing everything you can with clarity and care, then releasing the outcome with peace. Because once you've done your part, worry doesn't serve you anymore. It only steals the present moment. Think about how many nights you've lost sleep over something that never even happened, or how often you've replayed a conversation wishing you said something different. But no matter how hard you think about it, the past won't change, and the future hasn't arrived. The only thing real, the only thing you can touch, is now. When you act with integrity and presence, you plant the right seeds. The rest is up to the universe, or fate, or simply the unfolding of life. And the moment you accept that truth, something shifts inside your chest, feels lighter, your mind quieter. Letting go isn't weakness, it's trust. It's the confidence that you've done enough, that you are enough, and that whatever comes next, you'll meet it with strength and grace. So next time you feel the weight of uncertainty pressing on your heart, take a breath and ask yourself, asterisk, have I done what I can? Asterisk. If the answer is yes, then let it go. Because peace doesn't come from controlling life. It comes from learning to dance with it. 4. Movement kills mental static. Have you ever noticed how your body reacts when your mind is anxious? Your shoulders tense up, your breath becomes shallow, and your chest feels tight, like you're carrying the weight of invisible chains. That's because when the mind is stuck, the body gets stuck too. And here's the beautiful truth. Movement can set both of them free. In Buddhism, movement isn't just exercise, it's a form of meditation. It's a bridge that connects the body and the mind. When you move, even in small ways, walking slowly, stretching, or simply breathing deeply, you invite life to flow through you again. You remind your body, asterisk, I'm here, I'm alive, and I'm safe. Asterisk. Think about it. When you're trapped in overthinking, your energy builds up with nowhere to go. It's like static on a radio, noisy, chaotic, impossible to focus. But the moment you start moving, that static begins to fade. A gentle walk in nature, the rhythm of your footsteps, the feeling of air on your skin. It all helps dissolve the noise inside your head. The Buddha often encouraged walking meditation, not rushing, not wandering, but walking with awareness, feeling each step, noticing the contact between your foot and the ground. With every step, your worries begin to lose their grip. You realize that peace isn't found by sitting still and fighting your thoughts, but by flowing gently with life itself. Even science now echoes what Buddhist practice has long known. Physical movement reduces anxiety because it grounds us in the present. You can't be lost in future worries when you're paying attention to your breath, your stride, the rhythm of your body moving through space. So the next time your mind feels crowded, when your thoughts are racing and you can't seem to breathe, don't force yourself to think your way out. Asterisk. Move your way out. Asterisk. Step outside. Stretch. Walk slowly. Or just stand up and breathe with intention. Each movement becomes a way of returning home, back to your body, back to the present moment. Because here's the secret. Peace isn't something you find in stillness alone. It's something you feel when your body and your mind move together in harmony, in awareness, in flow. When you move, you remind yourself that you're not stuck, not in your fears, not in your thoughts, not in your past. You are movement itself, and movement is life. 5. Create a worry ritual, then move on. Let's be honest, worry has a way of sneaking into everything. It shows up when you're driving, when you're eating, even when you're trying to sleep. It's like an uninvited guest who doesn't know when to leave. But here's the truth. You don't have to get rid of worry completely. You just need to give it boundaries. In Buddhist philosophy, discipline is a form of compassion, not punishment. And one of the most practical ways to apply that is through what I call a worry ritual. It's simple. Instead of letting worry roam free all day, you give it a time and place. Here's how it works. Choose a small window in your day, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and that's your time's worry time. Asterisk. During that time, you let it all out. Write your worries down, think about them, even feel them fully. Don't run away. Just face them with awareness. But when that time is up, stop, close the notebook, take a deep breath. Tell yourself, asterisk, that's enough for today, asterisk. Then move on with your life. At first, your mind will resist. It will whisper, but what if? Or, I need to think this through one more time. That's normal. But with practice, your brain learns a new rhythm. It starts understanding that worry has its place, but not your entire day. Think of it like keeping a garden. You pull the weeds, but you don't spend every hour digging in the dirt. You do what's needed, then step back and enjoy the flowers. That's what a worry ritual does. It trains your mind to stop overwatering fear. Some people find it helpful to light a candle before their worry session and blow it out afterward as a signal, asterisk, I'm done for today, asterisk. Others keep a worry journal where they revisit old pages weeks later and realize most of those fears never came true. It's a powerful reminder. Worry feels urgent, but it's rarely accurate. This simple practice builds mental discipline, the kind that doesn't suppress emotion, but channels it wisely. You begin to trust yourself again. You realize you can hold your worries without being ruled by them. And slowly, the space between your worries gets bigger. There's more room for peace, for creativity, for joy. Because now, instead of letting anxiety run your day, asterisk, asterisk, you set the schedule, asterisk, asterisk. So next time your mind starts spiraling, remember, you don't have to fight your worries, just contain them. Give them their moment, and when that moment ends, gently close the door and return to living. Because life isn't meant to be spent managing what could go wrong. It's meant to be lived, right here, where things are actually happening in this breath, this heartbeat, this moment. 6. Feed your mind peace, not panic. Your mind is like a garden. What you plant is what grows. If you fill it with fear, chaos, and negativity, don't be surprised when anxiety starts to bloom. But if you feed it peace, compassion, and understanding, something beautiful happens. Calm takes root, and your inner world begins to change. Most of us don't even realize what we're feeding our minds every day. We scroll through bad news before bed, watch arguments online, surround ourselves with stress, and then wonder why we can't sleep. It's like watering your garden with poison and expecting roses to grow. Buddhist wisdom reminds us, asterisk, the mind takes the shape of what it frequently rests upon, asterisk. So if your mind constantly rests on fear, it becomes fearful. But if it rests on peace, it becomes peaceful. The choice is always ours. What we consume, mentally and emotionally, shapes who we become. Think about it this way. Every thought, every conversation, every piece of content you absorb is a seed. Some seeds grow into worry, anger, or doubt. Others grow into patience, kindness, and clarity. So, ask yourself, what kind of garden are you tending? Feeding your mind peace doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything's perfect. It means choosing what strengthens your spirit instead of draining it. Instead of watching the 10th video about the world falling apart, take a walk in nature. Instead of replaying old mistakes, listen to something uplifting, read a teaching that reminds you of your strength, or simply sit in silence and breathe. When you do this consistently, you start noticing small shifts. The same things that used to trigger anxiety begin to lose their power. You start responding instead of reacting. You begin to notice beauty again in simple things. The sound of rain, a kind word, a quiet morning. This is what it means to feed your mind peace. It's not a one-time act. It's a daily practice. Like tending a real garden, it requires attention and care. You pull the weeds of negativity, water the flowers of mindfulness, and over time, your inner landscape transforms. And here's the beautiful part. When your inner world becomes peaceful, the outer world starts to feel less threatening. You realize that peace isn't something you find. It's something you grow. So, choose your seeds wisely. What you read, what you listen to, what you tell yourself, all of it matters, because the mind will always reflect what it's fed. Feed it panic, and you'll live in fear. Feed it peace, and you'll live in freedom. The garden of your mind is waiting. What will you plant today? 7. You've survived 100% of your worst days. You know what's truly incredible? You've survived asterisk asterisk 100% of your worst days. Asterisk asterisk. Every heartbreak, every sleepless night, every storm that once felt endless, you made it through all of them. Think about that for a second. The moments that once made you feel like you'd never recover, they're now just memories. Maybe they've even become lessons. And the fact that you're still here, breathing, learning, and growing, that's proof of your strength. Life has a way of testing us. Sometimes it feels unfair, cruel even. But the truth is, each time you thought you couldn't handle it, you did. You might have cried, fallen apart, or doubted yourself, but you didn't give up. That's what resilience really is. It's not about pretending to be strong all the time. It's about falling, breaking, and still choosing to rise again. Like the lotus that blooms from the mud, your beauty and wisdom come from the very pain you thought would destroy you. So the next time life throws another challenge your way, pause and remind yourself, I've been here before, I've faced worse, and I made it through. Let that realization bring you peace, because when you truly see how far you've come, fear begins to lose its grip. You start to trust life more. You stop fighting every little thing and start flowing with it. You understand that storms don't come to break you. They come to wash away what no longer serves you. You've already proven you can survive your darkest days. Now it's time to believe you can also times thrive, times in the light that follows. So take a deep breath, my friend. Whatever you're going through right now, it's not the end of your story. It's just another chapter, and like every chapter before, you will get through it. Because you are living proof of something powerful. Asterisk, asterisk. You have survived 100% of your worst days, and that means you're capable of surviving everything that's yet to come. Asterisk, asterisk. 8. Train the mind to return to the present. Have you ever noticed how most of your worries aren't about what's happening right now, but about what times might happen, or what times already happened? That's the mind's favorite game, pulling you back into the past or pushing you into the future. And in doing so, it steals your peace from this very moment, the only place where life is actually happening. Buddhist wisdom teaches us something beautifully simple, yet profoundly powerful. Asterisk, asterisk. Worry can't survive in the present moment. Asterisk, asterisk. Because worry lives in what ifs. But the present moment, this breath, this heartbeat, this feeling, is free from what if. It's just times what is. Asterisk. When you start training your mind to come back to the present, it's like calling home a restless child that's been running wild. At first, it resists. It wants to chase old memories or imagine future problems. But with gentle awareness, you remind it, come back, be here. You don't need to escape your thoughts, just notice them. Watch them pass by like clouds drifting across the sky. You are not the cloud. You are the sky itself, vast, open, untouched. And here's the secret. Peace isn't something you have to times find. Asterisk. It's already here. It's what remains when the noise of yesterday and the fears of tomorrow fade away. So the next time you catch your mind wandering, maybe you're replaying an old conversation or worrying about what could go wrong, just pause. Feel your feet on the ground. Listen to your breath moving in and out. That's life, happening right now. That's reality, simple, quiet, real. Every moment you return to the present, you take back your power, You stop being a prisoner of time and start being a witness of life. Because the truth is, this moment is all we ever have. The past is memory. The future is imagi. 9. Practice gratitude daily. Every morning when you open your eyes, you're already holding a gift, a brand new day. But most of us forget that, don't we? We wake up and immediately start thinking about what's missing, what's wrong, or what still needs to be done. And just like that, we feed the mind with lack instead of abundance. Buddhist wisdom reminds us of something powerful. Asterisk, asterisk, gratitude transforms how we see life. Asterisk, asterisk. It's not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about shifting your focus from what's missing to what's already here. When you practice gratitude daily, even for small things, a warm cup of coffee, the sound of rain, a kind smile from a stranger, you start to rewire your mind. You move from times wanting more times to times appreciating enough. Asterisk. And in that shift, fear and anxiety lose their grip. Because you can't be both grateful and afraid at the same time. Think of gratitude as a light inside you. The more you focus on it, the brighter it becomes. And as that light grows, it reveals that you were never as empty as you thought. You were simply looking in the wrong direction. Every time you say, thank you, even silently, you're training your heart to notice the blessings that were already present. Maybe today didn't go as planned. Maybe life feels uncertain. But if you can find just one thing, times to be thankful for your breath, your resilience, your chance to begin again, you're already choosing peace over panic. So try this. Before you go to bed tonight, name 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be grand, just real. And tomorrow morning, before you reach for your phone, take one deep breath and say, thank you for another chance. Gratitude doesn't change the world around you. It changes the world times within times you. And when that inner world becomes calm, content, and full, life begins to bloom in ways you never imagined. Conclusion. Worry was never meant to protect you. It was meant to awaken you. Every anxious thought, every restless night, every what if is not a punishment, but an invitation. It's life asking you to look deeper, to understand yourself beyond fear. Through Buddhist wisdom, we learn that peace doesn't come from controlling every outcome, but from understanding the mind that creates those outcomes. You name your worries instead of becoming them. You stop believing every thought that crosses your mind. You move with awareness, not reaction. And in that stillness, you rediscover your strength. Feed your mind peace, not panic. Move your body to release what your heart can't hold. And every day, whisper a quiet thank you for the breath that keeps you alive, for the resilience that carried you through storms. Because here's the truth, asterisk, asterisk, you've already survived 100% of your worst days. Asterisk, asterisk. That means strength isn't something you need to find, it's already living inside you. So when life feels heavy, remember this. Every challenge has come and gone, but times you're still here. Asterisk. Breathing, growing, learning. Let that awareness be your calm. Let gratitude be your anchor. And as you return again and again to this very moment, the only moment that's real, you'll realize peace was never missing. It was within you all along, patiently waiting for you to notice.